What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the Raider Nation Jason Saturday morning breakdown. No, I'm not at the Super Bowl events, but that was when I went to the Jets game. That was me early in the morning before anybody showed up. I was there. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about Raiders, of course, and kind of the things that have been happening this week and our next steps. So let's get into it. And we have a special guest today too. We got Coach Vic. So definitely show him some love. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, and I know it's ugly, both sides of it, but it is what it is. We are there. We're moving on. We're making our own moves. We're making our own steps towards next year, and to get this season out of the way, we got to get this game out of the way. So let's get into it. Oh yeah. So a little explanation about this background too. So I was at I was standing at the Hyatt right before the game. It was a preseason game, Niners Raiders. We ended up losing, but I was going out to get something to eat, like get something in the morning, and I decided to get a coffee first before anything, and press the button. I'm looking at my phone or whatever, and then I look up and I looked, I see, you know what I mean, just like kind of how they're standing to the right, Solomon Thomas, to the left, John Gruden. So it's early in the morning, right? It's like almost 6 in the morning. So I'm like, what I'm saying? I'm tripping. I must be still dreaming or whatever. And then John Gruden goes like, he's like, you coming or not? So I was like, oh shit, this is real. So like, I get on, let me get a pic and everything like that. It was COVID heavy, but you know what I'm saying? Usually I would have my mask off or whatever, but it was a good deal. Cool dudes, you know what I mean? Like they were hella down to earth. Chopped it up for a little bit, had a little convo. But then they were getting ready for the meeting, so they had to cut. So, but it was crazy. It was a good way to start the morning. Free John Gruden, man. Yeah, we got a lot of good things going. So we got Coach Cliff Kingsbury. Give me 1 second, real quick, guys. I'm going to make sure this link got sent because I changed something, so I'm making sure that the link is still good. Oops. Apologize for the wait. I will be right with you guys. Mm, yeah. Okay. Almost there. Okay, here we go, guys. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Just in case. All right. So, like I said, we know who our offensive coordinator is. We got Cliff Kingsbury. So I before we got before we in fact while we had McDaniels and all that kind of stuff, we were talking about we want to see more four wide receiver sets and you know just more options, more things to stretch the defense out, different things that catch teams off guard. We hate these tight formations because it's like all you got to do is just set the edge and you know what I mean, just go for it. But it's like if you spread teams out, you force linebackers out of position, you force safeties to have to come help. You know what I mean? And it's just little disadvantages and advantages that we can get, different matchups and stuff like that. So I'm in favor of it. There's just a couple things that I believe will kind of make it difficult due to just I say difficult because of our QB situation now, and that's why I think change is coming. Because we do have the option. I think we're gonna see how things play out and everything like that. Because yeah, we want to move up to the number one spot or whatever spot to get either him or Jaden Daniels, but somebody else might jump us. Somebody else might jump that pick. So it's always having that backup plan, that plan B, just in case whatever. Because I think that's what kind of failed us last year. We were going for Tom Brady and we ended up with Jimmy G. So it was crazy. And you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You either have to go get it, or don't even go for it. Because I mean, you're playing with it at the end of the day. So the thing about Kingsbury and most of the systems that he's been successful with, he's used a mobile QB. So that might tell you kind of what the future is for Aiden. Let me see. So you got Kyler Murray, Mahomes, Caleb Williams. These are just a couple examples of what Kingsbury has worked with. So, I'm not saying that Aiden can't, maybe, well, I mean, is his scrambling, can use improvement. So if he really wants to be a starter here and he wants to actually take this team, you definitely want to work on that Aiden in the off season. Just getting faster, just reacting faster, and just being able to maneuver in the pocket. That's what you should be working on all summer, all winter, and just get better. Just get better in those those situations because we're gonna add weapons. We're gonna probably either hopefully bolster this line and get some solid protection up there for Aiden and let him because I could see this thing going so many ways just and it's PTSD just from prior years and stuff like that, but for some reason it's kind of hard to not see that it's stable-ish, I guess, to say the least, because we kept a coach that knows the team. I like that. We have a general manager that has drafted, take away the injuries. We always say, these are players that can't stay on the field, but when they're on the field, we can't deny that these guys, can play. So they can play, and it's a rough game. People are going to get injured, but if we can get talented players, I think that's what we've been getting the best character guys, but it's like not the best talent. Let's get the talent. We'll worry about the character and all that kind of stuff a little bit later. But because I mean, we are Raiders at the end of the day. I mean, we aren't you know what I mean, the nicest guys in the world. So, we are Raiders. Let's not forget that. So, yeah, yeah. See, yeah. I mean, I went to that game. Shout to Ben, Just One podcast because I was watching last night and they were talking about the Cardinals game and I was there. That was rough. Nutty Raider Nate, salute my brother. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I seen him just, do some crazy things, get out of some tackles, pretty much help that team, win pretty much, but the defense really, at the end of the day, that fumble was what did it. But they shouldn't have caught up. And it was him getting out of those tackles. And when he got, he ran for that touchdown that made it possible. So like, that's what I say. But for him to be able to work with his limitations like size and everything like that, it shows that, but I like that we're going to get more receivers involved. But let's bring on my guest. We got Coach Vic, Coach Vic in the building. What's going on?
You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. When you send me a link, right? I've been sitting here since like almost 8 o'clock. But I'm like, man, black people ain't never on time. I finally woke up, and it was something I was doing on my end.
Oh, of course, of course. That's the 49er in you. That's
Man,
that.
man, how's it going this morning though?
Oh man, I got my coffee, man. I'm going. I'm still waking up, but
Barely woke up. I'm gonna be real. It wasn't really a long night, but it was one of them nights where I got comfortable in the bed, and you get the covers all snuggly, and barely got me this morning. But I'm here though.
man, glad you made it, man.
I just
Appreciate you.
want to start this. I want to start off my section by saying, you know the term "an enemy of an enemy is a friend."
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all going for us this Super Bowl. I understand that. I understand we have to do this for the bag. You know what I mean?
yeah. See, it's a complicated thing for me because like the rivalry is real out here. You know what I'm saying? Like the Niner Raider rivalry is real. The KC Raider rivalry is real, but they're playing in our house. You guys are playing in our house, basically. You know what
No,
I'm
no, no,
saying?
it's an
So
Airbnb. It's an Airbnb. It's an Airbnb for us. You know what I mean?
so wipe your feet. You know what I'm saying? Wipe your feet and be respectful in our house. But I'm saying like I'd rather celebrate, I guess, with y'all rather than having them celebrating our house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then y'all come back sad, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just a better look for the Bay if you know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying.
I agree. I mean,
You
because
guys
what
go up there and do your job.
what happens in that situation is very, very simple. We win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna hear us celebrate for about 2 or 3 weeks. It's gonna die down. If KC win the Super Bowl, y'all gotta live with that. Y'all gotta live. Y'all gotta live with Taylor Swift. We don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me sick. Like when I think about Mahomes, Kelsey, Reed, you know what I'm saying, Taylor Swift celebrating all them damn Swifties and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes me sick. Like even though I hope both of you guys can lose. You know what I mean? But it's somebody has to in all reality somebody has to lose. But the good thing is how I feel is somebody's getting their heart broke
You
at the
know
end
what?
of
I really had this long thought process yesterday, and said, me being the coach and a former player and all these different things. I had to realize the smallest thing that we don't understand as fans. You know what I mean? Because as fans, we get heartbroken, be pissed off, don't want to go to work. Oh, dude, bet not say nothing to me at the job. It
mm,
still has to be 29 losers.
yeah,
Somebody got to lose.
somebody's got to.
So that just made me, when I realized it has to be 29 losers, I thought about it. You know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl in the NFL?
Oh man.
That's crazy, man. But, all jokes aside, you know what I mean? We did what we had to do to get there. Win, lose, or draw. I'm taking a political route. Win, lose, or draw. I'm excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I'm predicting a score right now. Whoever wins this game, of course, everyone wants me to be biased because I'm a Niner fan. But whoever wins this game is probably going to be like a 24-31 situation. Whoever wins.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. Like, let's talk this Purdy versus Mahomes.
That's not
So
conversation. That's not a conversation. Mahomes,
No, it's kind of a conversation. You know what I mean?
Mahomes is a better quarterback on paper. Purdy has better weapons. So it's I heard my man Cam Newton said Purdy is a game manager, and a lot of the Niner fans went crazy. Purdy is a game manager though, but that's a good thing. You just don't mess it up. That's all we ask you. Just don't mess
Yeah,
this up. No pun intended. The last game manager we had didn't even play 5 games for y'all. You know what I mean?
never heard of him.
So you know what I mean.
Next,
But it's
next question.
yeah. But being a game manager isn't bad. You know what I mean? All we ask Purdy to do is make the right play. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
all they gotta do is make the right
yeah,
play. He'd be good.
yeah. Purdy's built different, man. Like you know what I mean? He's I you know I don't. I guess I could say I guess him and Christian, well, Fred Warner, Christian McCaffrey, and Purdy are probably like the players that even though I don't like you guys, like you can't deny that these guys ain't got that.
You throw Ayuk or Debo in there?
Who?
Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuels, George Kittle.
Nah. Well, I mean Kittle, uh, it's kind of I don't know. He's kind of
Ayuk led the league in receptions and touchdowns in the first 10 games of the season. You got to throw some respect, my man. Name man.
I never heard of him, but next question. No, no, but I just he's got well, I guess that crazy catch or whatever, you know what I mean? But before that, you know, so
We gave him. He had more touchdowns and receptions than the receiver we gave $1 trillion to.
yeah,
And we
yeah,
still know that receiver, Mr. Debo Samuels, you can give Debo Samuels the ball 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He gonna go for six
yeah.
if he really wants to.
How's his shoulder? How's he doing?
You know what? I looked at the injury report. I really think it was more of a stinger than anything.
Yeah,
Uh, I mean, I don't think it was. I mean, of course, it's not nothing fractured or nothing like that. But even if it is, he gonna take that little shot and keep it moving.
yeah. As long as
We
his
got,
legs ain't hurt, he good.
this the last game of the season. We got to throw this all on the table.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like I feel like for I was talking about for Shanahan, right? We will see if Shanahan can win these big games. You know what I mean? Because he struggled. They had that meltdown against Brady in Atlanta, and then they had what was that 2019 with Jimmy, with our boy Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I really
Eh,
want you guys. I really want you guys to trade for Justin Fields.
I bet you would.
No,
I
that'd
bet
be
you.
no Justin Fields in a different scenario over there with AP.
Mhm.
Something comes out of him that's a little different with AP. AP gonna bring that dog out of him.
I mean, I want the like the best option. I want to because we need. It's not just getting someone that's going to be here for like a couple years, like because that's what we keep doing. We keep plugging in people, yeah, positions when we need to get a permanent. Because the more we get these plug-in players, it's just we keep repeating the same need over and over every draft. Oh, DT. Oh, we got to get a linebacker. You know what I mean? It's like, and we cannot find our guy. You know what I mean? And we just find these plug-in free agents. If they play good, they go somewhere else after the contract's over. You know what I mean? We never keep them, so it's like we're constantly looking for the same positions over and over.
Now, ask yourself this question: are you guys looking for at this point of what you got? Of course, the goal is to win it all. But I'm saying
Mhm.
at this point of what you guys are doing, are you guys looking for veteran leadership, or you want something for the future? And I only asked that because I had two options in my mind. I thought about this last night. If you guys are looking for the future, I go get Justin Fields. You know, what I mean, he like I said, him and AP. I watched what he did at Ohio State. He's a different animal. Like it's just in that Chicago situation, he ain't got no offensive line. This is horrible.
Mhm.
But if you guys looking for better in leadership and you guys want somebody that's going to be better than Jimmy right now, go bring in Kirk Cousins. He's a free agent.
I mean, but like, see, the thing with that is he's coming off the Achilles. You know what I mean? And it's like it's not promised. And then that's just like the same thing with Jimmy. Like Jimmy was coming off the foot, so now we don't know if he's going to even be ready for like the
So yeah,
beginning.
be mobile and all that. Yeah, I got
Yeah, and that's what we see. That's we didn't have no mobile quarterbacks on our roster at all. Like we got rid of the one we had, and which one got Chase Garbers, and then after that it was over.
you.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider like a Teddy Bridgewater, Geno Smith type of quarterback?
Uh,
with the
no.
offense you guys have?
I mean, not really, because I mean, like just hearing those names really don't even kind of do it. You know, it's like I want some. It's I think it's time for us to get our legit guy. You know what I mean? Chargers got their guy. Miami's got their guy. We see
You guys pull a
KC's.
trigger for Deshaun Watson?
Nah, that's too much. That's too much. And like, he can't stay out the massage parlors. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard it's a lot in Vegas. I heard it's a lot of those in
yeah,
Vegas.
that's not gonna be a good scene for him. You know, but you know, it. I think it's time for us to get our future QB. You guys found one in Purdy. You know what I mean? Like it's time for us to finally get our guy. You know what I
So go
mean?
get
Like,
Justin. Unless you someone coming from unless you mean draft pick.
I mean, who do you like? Who do you like in the college? Who's your top five QBs?
Mm. I'm gonna be real. This year in college has been real downhill for that quarterback position.
Yeah.
So what you gonna get? You gonna get a game manager. You're not gonna get no superstar off the bat. And I always firm believer in if you don't have a superstar coming out the draft. I mean, of course, it's all all assumption until they get on the field and actually prove something. But until you got a superstar that's really ready to take over the reins of being, because I'm gonna say this in my whole 36 years of living, being and this I mean I mean everyone I mean for the people who are just tuning in who never heard me, this is my brother. We go back and forth about this Niner Raider thing, but I'm not a hater. The Raiders are a tradition, like the Cowboys, like the Steelers, like the original NFL teams. You guys are a tradition. Uh, to bring in a quarterback, they got to be built for that tradition, that black hole. You know what I mean? That lifestyle. And I think you guys are maybe about no BS about maybe 1 year away from being back to that tradition. You guys already got locked in a key piece with AP. Y'all locked in
Hmm.
that key piece. I think he's gonna bring to you guys what Singletary brought to us.
Okay.
He's gonna bring in that toughness again. He's gonna bring in that culture that the original Al Davis wanted. That culture that what I mean, Tim Brown culture. You know what I mean? So I don't see nobody in the draft right now. So I will go get a 1 year rental. Like I said, this is why I threw I threw out the Kirk Cousins or what I
Yeah.
mean, what was available. Go
I
get
I
that one
I,
year rental.
I definitely rather have Fields over Kirk Cousins right now. I
Yeah, because
guess.
because you don't know. I mean, we know Kirk Cousins has a cannon, but you don't know what the feet looking like.
Yeah, I think a healthy Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? Eh. But you
Healthy
know,
Kirk Cousins will get you guys 10, 11 games.
yeah,
Playoff bound? I don't know. I don't know what Kirk Cousins looks like in the playoffs because it's always the same scenario.
yeah.
Dak is on the hot seat.
No, thank you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Well, because see, Dak is like one of those regular season quarterbacks, and it's like the game changes in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like he just doesn't seem to adjust to. Like it's he's good. He can win the games in the regular season because that trash division. You know what I mean? But
If you want me to drop that pipe bomb, I mean, just to get everybody pissed off in the chat, Aaron Rodgers is a regular season quarterback.
yeah, true that he has been these last couple years. I mean, like, and but for us, I feel like shoot. Sometimes, I mean, we haven't been consistently in the playoffs, so like that's what we're missing is just some. I mean, I know I sound like a hypocrite because I just said, I don't want nothing like that because I mean, we want to make it to the playoffs, yes, but we don't. We're not gonna just be like, oh hell yeah, we got to the playoffs. That's it. Nah, we want to win it all. Like, and it's like we want someone that we know has it in them to get it done. I
Now,
agree.
I
I
didn't get
agree.
I didn't get to watch a lot of New Orleans last year.
Mm.
So my question to you, especially because I know a lot of Raider fans watch it just to see the failure of Derek Carr.
Oh, Tony
Uh,
said it best. Tony said it best right here.
I
Dak
was
equals car.
I was literally cause I just literally seen Tony's comment. So did Derek Carr do any better? Like I said, I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of New Orleans
Yeah.
games. Or was it the same Derek Carr from Raiders perspective?
Same Derek Carr. Like so. This is just my, just speaking from what I seen in the games I seen. It looked like Okay, so there was two factors, right? So if he had Alave and what's the dude number 22, the speed guy, Shahid.
Something like that. Something like that.
So when they were playing, I guarantee he won most of his games when they were starting, and then the games where they didn't play, he didn't do well. Derek Carr has to have speed to be
Is
successful.
is
Like
Alvin Kamara still that guy, or he's no longer that guy?
he is, but it's just getting predictable because there's no number two. You know what I mean?
Here's a deeper question to that: is the running back position becoming extinct?
No, because it's well, in a way, it's like people kind of nowadays just run it just to at least keep the defense honest. You know what I mean? Just to at least, you
So now,
know,
I mean, so now when you're building a franchise, and I'm only asking you as I'm putting you in mind of a GM, when you're building a franchise, and I say that because I look at the Devin Cooks,
mm-hmm,
Alvin Kamara, Ezekiel Elliott. It
hmm
was a time and period where these guys were the man. You know, Zeke finna hit you for 2 touchdowns,
oh yeah,
98 yards. You know, Alvin Kamara is gonna get you one touchdown off a pass and it's gonna get you 150 yards rushing. You don't see that no more in today's league.
nah,
Even with Jacobs, even with you guys having Jacobs, the last 2 years Jacobs has been amazing. But it seemed like this past season he's average, middle of the pack. So that's what I'm asking: is the running back position even matter anymore? You got
I
because everybody wants to be a slot receiver. Everybody want to
yeah,
be, the speed guy.
yeah. I don't know. I think defenses are actually getting better. I think the schemes are actually. I think against the run for sure. There's a lot less. You know, you don't really see the breakout runs like you used. You know, like especially this year. This year kind of wasn't a lot of stuff going, but
If all my
uh,
all my Niner fans who's gonna kill me and say, what about McCaffrey? We have to understand. We give McCaffrey the ball 28 times a game.
yeah.
Eventually, he's gonna break something.
Yeah, he's a hog too, bro. Like that's the one thing. Like we've never seen nothing like him. Like I know race and all that kind of stuff doesn't matter, but like when's the last time you seen a light skin back doing all this kind of stuff? You know?
I agree. I agree. I agree. And that's my thing. Like I said, we make McCaffrey a workhorse. And I remember, I think I told you guys the first time I hopped on here. I said my issue, my only concern with McCaffrey is if he gets the injury bug he had in Carolina.
Yeah.
He had, I think he was out of the last 2 seasons, he's only missed one game. So I mean, whatever our regimen is to keep him healthy, it's been working. Because like I said, if we going like I said, we usually give him the ball 25, 20 carries a game. In the Super Bowl, he probably get 35 carries in the Super Bowl. We need to go off of what
Oh yeah,
works.
they gonna ride him. Yeah, they gonna ride him for sure. I actually got him as the well. I know it's probably gonna be like Lamar Jackson, but I think McCaffrey was up there too because he carried a lot. That dude broke some tackles. What I'm saying? He's an all around player. He can catch. He can, what I'm saying? He can run. And it's just like having an extra wide receiver out there too. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like they're trying to stop Debo. You know what I mean? So you got Kittle to worry about, and then so the last result, which is a great last resort, last resort is McCaffrey.
I agree. I agree. And our key to winning this Super Bowl is very simple. We go heavy run, and once again, and I'm not like I said. I know I've been for the people who just tuning in. I frequently hear. What I mean, I come here, talk my little stuff, and get on up out of here. But one thing, when we do have this intelligent football discussion, one thing I tell people like. When it comes to being a Niner, it's a love hate relationship because I look at it from a coach's standpoint first before a fan. So I understand why Shanahan is doing certain things, but then I have to go back to a fan and go, why isn't this happening? But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you the most honest thing. Our keys to winning the Super Bowl is very simple. We go run heavy and we get Kittle involved more. If Kittle gets going early, Kansas City has no chance. But if we get to the point, I seen the lot last week in the Lion game where no, the Packer game before that, where Brock Purdy was overthrowing Kittle a lot, overthrowing, and a lot of it was deflected, a lot of it was pressure. So I mean, you can't really judge a quarterback if he has a defensive end on his back. Can't really judge that. But if we get Kittle going, because Debo gonna do him, Debo gonna be Debo. Ayuk gonna be Ayuk. We can't stop the run though. If KC right now, if KC wanted to get any life, don't worry about Kelsey. Y'all better run this ball.
Yeah. And see, hey, now one well, a couple key things that so the difference between when you guys played them and 2019, right? There's no Tyreek Hill.
No game changer over the top.
No Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think this is probably the worst KC team that we've seen in these last couple Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like the last two Super Bowls that we're in, this is I think the defense got better, but I think offensively they took a step back. But not saying that they can't get it done, but it's you guys have to pressure him and you guys have the team to do it. You know what I mean? It
Tony,
has
Tony,
to
Tony said no Jimmy. I agree. Tony,
yeah,
we have
oh,
Jimmy.
that's another. Yep, that was another thing. No Jimmy. You guys got to upgrade. You got a mobile guy.
Can
You
we
know,
just give Purdy his flowers a little bit? He decided he wanted to be Michael Vick on 3 attempts and it worked all 3 times.
man, that's the key to playing this game nowadays. You have to be. That's how you keep drives going. That's what you need on third downs. You know what I mean? When it's like all or nothing, where it's keep going or give the ball back to the opponent.
You know, I want to, and it hurts me to say this. I can
Mm.
laugh at it now, but it hurts me to say this. He looked like an efficient Russell Wilson when he was with
Ooh,
Seattle.
damn.
He made those plays when it came down to it. With 4th and 5, you decide you want to run it 15 yards and put your shoulder down, and whatever happens is gonna happen.
You feel
He
me?
made those plays.
Yeah, man, we're looking for that. We're looking for that right now. That type of
He
character.
put, you know what I mean. And I can't. This is unfair to say, but I can't tell you what um, Trey Lance would have did because we hadn't seen him in a situation. So I can't tell you if Trey Lance, if we still made the best decision by getting rid of Trey Lance. But for right now, for the immediate time, Brock Purdy's a guy.
Right. Well, when he takes Dak's spot, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Because Dak is on that final year of his contract. More than likely, if Jerry Jones doesn't kiss his ass, he's going to let Dak go the same way he did Zeke. Because it's about money for Cowboys. It's about money.
Dang, I
If you want to
almost
get it, if you want to get a range to Trey Lance, we'll see. Whatever.
I almost don't want to speak that into existence because we were talking about Dak Prescott and all that like, and I'm just thinking like Dak to Devontae. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I don't even want to get that started, but that would be crazy.
No, that's real. That's real. That's real. I know you said you got some questions, man. Shoot, man. You got me for a few more minutes.
All right, bet we got. Let me see. Oh, in fact, let's talk about so let's talk some USC with
Let's
your
talk
boy
about it, baby. Let's talk about it.
uh Cliff Kingsbury.
That's a good move for y'all. What y'all bought him as y'all DC?
As OC.
OC. Okay. He's gonna bring more speed to the offense. To that offense. He has the ability to spread it out. Y'all gonna spread the ball a lot. It's gonna be a lot of spread. Uh, Look what he did. Look what he did with Caleb. He had Caleb over there looking like. See, that's no one. Everyone's talking about Caleb. You put Caleb as a quarterback. You put him in the wrong situation. He will never. His career will never blossom.
Yeah.
Caleb can't go to Carolina. That's horrible. You know what I mean? Like Caleb. Now I'm just saying teams that are terrible. He has to go to already an efficient team. Him going to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one
Yeah.
for y'all. Like I said, he's not
Okay.
a superstar yet.
Yeah. So what qualities do you like about that you think would be because there are talks about us moving up to take that number one spot, right? So you think he would work with that well, I mean, yeah, duh, he would be with Kingsbury. You know what I mean? I think we
Offensive.
think we
You
would we would definitely have to add some, we're gonna add a couple more wide receivers and stuff like that, but
You bringing in, what I'm thinking is by y'all bringing in Cliff,
mhm.
y'all going for Caleb. They work hand in hand and well together. Like I said, the one thing that Cliff is going to bring to you guys is y'all going to spread that ball. Y'all didn't spread the ball much last year. Y'all going to spread it out, some 4 wide sets, some 3 wide sets.
I like that.
Caleb is going to have fun out there. You know what I mean? If you guys move up to that scenario. It's a situation where if you're Mark Davis, you go get Caleb. I said he's not a superstar yet. He's a very, 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 very exceptional college quarterback. Is he a superstar yet? That's we got to see.
Mm-hmm.
but he's great for the black hole. For that black hole, he's great over there. And then Las Vegas. Let's fans out there. Las Vegas and California are the same thing. We're like when your parents get divorced and you get a stepbrother or stepsister and they be putting like, man, I can't wait to go to such and such house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Las Vegas and California, the same place. They 3 hours away from each other. They the same damn place.
Dang, shit. Little
So
brothers.
Caleb is still at home. He's
Yeah.
still at home. You know what I mean? As long as he stays away from the Vegas nightlife, he good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what I do like about the kid is he makes it happen. Like he's very good when it comes to being unscripted.
I
Like
got
on the.
some. I got something that might sound crazy, and it may not ever happen. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Hmm.
Devontae on one side,
Yeah.
Jacobs at the running back,
Hmm.
Caleb at the other side. I mean, Caleb at the quarterback. You got a free agent, Odell.
I
You
mean,
got a
I like Odell's game. You know what I mean? Like I just think at with our offense, actually, that would be pretty raw because you got Jacoby Myers, you would have Devontae, you would have him,
and
Trey,
Odell's got because Odell's got older.
Trey
Odell
Tucker.
tends to. Since you guys got an older Odell, he's really going to remind you of a better version of what Michael Crabtree was.
I was just about to say like it would be like, and Crab was pretty cool when he was here too. So like
Yeah, yeah, 100%. No
I
hate,
could
no hate.
see that definitely being
And he's a
uh
free agent. And he's a free agent. I mean, like I
yeah
said, give and take if Baltimore's going to re-sign him. But what I mean, that offense with Cliff Thunder and plays, because AP's only going to want to focus on defense for the most
yeah
part.
yeah
So you bring in an offensive. Clifford he reminds you of a Shanahan. He's going to be creative on offense. You're going to have motions where you ain't never supposed to see motions. You're going to have all type of things. He going to make it fun for y'all. Raider Nation should be great. He going to make it fun.
that's what I'm talking about. And then like I was saying like to them earlier, Kingsbury uses a mobile QB in his offense. So
Hey, James said McCaffrey probably getting hurt in the Super Bowl. We're not taking no McCaffrey slander just right now. No McCaffrey
nah,
slander.
that's the Raider faithful right there, man. It's like I said, the rivalry is real. You know.
But y'all, hey, at this point, when two mob bosses don't like a common enemy, y'all got to come down and put your differences aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a common enemy at this point.
I mean, it is like and it sucks that it's you guys that we have to put our faith in to knock them down. But it is what it is.
You know what it is? Like you said, the Bay Area rivalry is going to be forever. But it's like, y'all, but at the end of the day, you got a Bay Area rivalry and you got an outsider trying to take over the Bay.
Yeah. Hey, you remember in Heat, the movie Heat with De Niro and
Mm
Pacino?
hmm. Mm hmm.
There's a flip side to this going. So if you guys lose, right? I work in San Francisco, as you know. I'm surrounded by the faithful.
Mm hmm. Mm hmm.
So just to know that like since '94, we'll just say '94.
94, 95.
That would be 0-3 in Super Bowl since Owen. You
Horrible.
know, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. So like, just let that marinate for a little bit. Just the
I
it's
mean,
like,
and I was gonna say, if you're looking at it in whole, in totality, the Bay
mm-hmm.
Area ain't won the Super Bowl in a long time for
Sheesh.
nobody. For nobody.
Yeah,
The
that's
best
right.
team in the Bay is the Oakland A's or something like that at this point.
No, don't you say that because we got these Golden State Warriors over here. Just you know what I mean. We struggling a little bit this year, but you
Hey
know,
man, the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers can put the team together and still can't beat nobody right now.
damn, that's crazy too. Because it's either one or the other. I feel like it should be. If it ain't the Warriors, it's gonna be the Lakers. It ain't gonna be the Lakers. It's gonna be the Warriors.
California is supposed to have the best programs in the world, and it's not. It's looking
Yeah,
shaky the last couple of
yeah.
years.
I think because life is just so good, like in California, I think they think that we don't need no championships because, like, you like, oh, you guys got everything in California. You guys don't need
It's not
nothing.
that we don't need championships. It's that we put so much of a, I'm gonna quote, the late great Kobe Bryant. We put up championship banners, not conference titles.
Yeah,
So when you have a standard that high, even with the Golden State Warriors, if you're not winning a championship, you have failed. If you're the Lakers, if you haven't won a championship, if you're the Dodgers, if you're the Angels, if you're the A's, the Giants, if you don't win championships in California, you have failed. We don't care about second place in this scenario. So that's the issue we have in California. I
Yeah.
think with the Kings or the Ducks or the San Jose Sharks, I mean, I think they've been winning the last couple of years. I'm not really too versed on hockey like that,
Are the
but I
Ducks
think
still a team? I haven't heard from the Mighty Ducks in so long.
they call it. I think they changed them. They're not Anaheim no more. They're just LA Ducks. I think.
Oh damn.
I think they, like I said, I'm not too well versed in hockey, but I think those been the most consistent. The San Jose Sharks, the
Go
Kings.
sh- go Sharks.
Yeah. Hockey. I ain't got no beef with nobody because I don't know hockey like that.
Say go Sharks. I funk with them Kings though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
No,
So
but
so
keep
uh
going. You good?
so for us, right? Like so we have options. Like I said, we can so with the quarterback you got, I don't know if you seen much from him, but do we stay with him? Do we stay with Aiden? Add
No,
some pieces?
y'all gave Jimmy money.
Well, I mean,
I mean, actually, y'all took over our money that we were supposed to
yeah.
give him.
So
So
so I think Jimmy's gonna be gone though. We're gonna try to get rid of Jimmy, man. We might try to trade Jimmy. I
who
would
wants
trade.
Jimmy? Who
You
wants
know
Jimmy?
where I would trade Jimmy
Who? Where?
to the Panthers. To the Panthers. They need a quarterback to kind of just in case. What's his face? Ain't that
You know how
is
you don't
not the
wish people to.
answer.
You know how you don't wish people to go to jail, even your worst enemy. You like, I ain't gonna wish him in jail. I've been there. I ain't.
Yeah.
You don't wish nobody to Carolina.
Well, then he should have did his damn job. You know, throw the ball to your receivers, not the other
That's
team.
like going to that one auntie house that everybody hate because she make you go to bed at 7 o'clock. She don't give you no snacks. Her dinner consists of like smothered pork chops and a lot of vegetables that you don't like. That's what going to Carolina is.
You talking about like Auntie House?
Oh, auntie house. Salute to
See,
auntie, man.
that's
Shout out
so
to
low.
auntie.
Shout out to Andy, man.
One of these days, guys, we're gonna come over here and have a not sports conversation, and we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about the struggles.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I started another channel too. It's gonna be like more like comedy and stuff like that. So we're gonna we're gonna
Talk
get
about the
into that.
struggle, the
Yeah,
hamburgers and
we're
the
gonna
eggs.
talk. We're gonna talk about struggle meals. I mean,
I
struggle
just want to give
meals.
y'all just because I just want to give y'all a glimpse of what we mean. Annie ended up passing away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, rest in peace to Annie. Jason has an auntie, very sweet lady.
Hmm.
Uh, correct me. I don't know what she was diagnosed with. She wasn't all the way there. No disrespect. I love Annie to death.
Shout
It
to
was
Andy. Shout to
where
Andy.
Jason would be gone, and I need the place to go. I just knock on the door. Annie, hey, you know what the room is? No, she's always been, but she would always cook us dinner. It wasn't the best cooked meals. Once again, to the
Struggle.
podcast listeners, she wasn't all the way there.
Yeah.
She, bless her heart, she did her best. Sometimes she bring in runny eggs, and it wasn't like egg over easy. This was just like you
Yeah.
poured
Just
it on top of something. Some days the hamburgers may not be not medium, not rare. It would still be the cow mooing.
yeah.
So, and we would have to deal with these things. We're adults now. We got past the struggle. We sit back and laugh at it. I love Annie to death because she looked out for us when we needed it. But it was an episode. Every day it was a new episode of Annie's house.
Yeah. We lucky we alive, y'all. To be honest, we lucky
Actually,
we
I think
still living.
that made us live because all the vaccine. We didn't need no vaccines. We didn't
Yeah.
need no cough medicine. You just eat
Nah.
any food, it
You built
immunes you from everything.
you built tough. You built tough after that.
Yeah, rest in peace to Annie, man. Like
Yeah.
she used to look out,
Yeah. Rest
look
in
out.
peace, man.
I remember one day Jason. We was in the same city. He ended up moving. He ended up going to the. He was back and forth between here and the Bay. He went to the Bay for a couple weeks to visit his parents. You know what I mean? Me being wild, I needed a place to, get my shenanigans off. I go, he said, hey, go to Annie's house. Annie said, come on right in, sugar. Not knowing what the hell we was doing.
Yeah. It was. That was the hideout.
Man, the hideout, man. We could have had bricks in that
Yeah.
thing and everything, man.
Yeah. Now just think like we were young, like in the music, you know what I'm saying, in the music situation and all that kind of stuff, studio, in home studios and all the shenanigans, man. Like,
We
doing
went on.
show.
I think we went on a mini tour. I think I feel like we was in LA every weekend. We was on a mini tour. We was out there living our best lives,
It was cool, man. Shout to your auntie too for
man.
looking
Man,
out.
I want to also shout out to the hearts that we broken and went away. It was a lot of. we live like rock stars, and we weren't even rock stars.
Yeah, people actually showed us love, and like we weren't really even nobodies. Like you know what I mean? When it came down to it, we were doing shows and all this kind of stuff, but we weren't no like big ass names or nothing like that. But people treated us like we was
The
really
city,
doing.
the city knew. The city knew what we was
Yeah,
doing, and like I said, at that time, I feel we was young and dumb and just trying to, get some fans, and we did any and everything. We, like I said, like pod listeners, we literally did any and everything. We were rock stars before we knew it. Uh, we were like the Beatles, I'm being extra when I say these things. So we were like the Beatles. We were like we're more like New Edition. You know, we were more New Edition than anything.
definitely no addition. I was lightweight, Bobby Brown, lightweight.
This is where the arguments start. Uh, no, but no, but back to the sports thing, man. Like once again, rest in peace to Annie. She looked out for us big on a lot of scenarios.
Oh hell yeah! Like set up like a lot of shows. Like remember the Entertainment Tonight, the interviews and where we did we were on the red carpet events, stuff like that. People's like, oh, who are you guys? We're like, oh, we cocky Avenue. They're like, oh, can we get a picture? Like, oh yeah, come on. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
Hanging out with boxers and shit. You know
oh
what I mean?
yeah,
We had
yeah,
great times in life. We had great times, and we had the worst of times.
oh
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yeah. But I always we'll tell that story too
Yeah, we
about.
do that on other podcasts. I know
Yeah, I
we
was
had
gonna
those
say,
conversations
yeah, we got a
because
story
these
for
stories are
you.
more as harsh as these stories sound to people. These stories are hilarious now. Like it's
Yeah,
the funniest things in the world now. But yeah,
yeah.
I got about time for two more questions, and I'm out this thing, man.
All right, let me see what we got there. So let me see. We'll talk about.
While you
Let's
looking for the
see.
question, where's the homegirl that want to be talking about the wrestling?
You talk. Oh, shout to Raider Holly.
Yeah, link me. You want
Ah,
to link me with her. You know, what I mean, I got some great wrestling things to talk about. You know, I've been on it a lot lately, so I mean, link me up with that. I hop on her thing too.
okay, for sure. Holly, if you watch the show, which I'm pretty sure you will, definitely hit up Vic. I'll link you guys. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, oh, yeah.
he did.
Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You know, what I mean, shoot them the number, whatever. We can make it happen.
Yep, he does the wrestling scene too. So I think you guys would be a cool combo. So definitely check him out. And then shout to Rafa too. He does some wrestling too. So I'll
Yeah,
definitely shoot.
link me everybody, man. I want to keep this thing expanding, and then also, you know, what I mean, I do the B side interviews, which I interview a lot of musical celebrities, a lot of old school celebrities. I've interviewed 112. Interview Lauren Hill. Just it's a whole lot of shit I've done. But I would love to bring you guys into my world. You know, we can talk about, like I said, pop culture, music. You know, all the dumb shit that go on. Cat Williams. You know, we talk about everything on the podcast. So we can do a lot of collaborations out here. You know what I mean?
Yep, I'm waiting for my interview too, man. I mean, I'm a legend. I'm a legend in my own rights out here. You,
You can talk
like R&B singer. Uh, lightweight. Hey, hey,
Trey Songz
like
for Trey Songz. Trey
yeah.
Songz for Trey Songz.
I a lightweight, almost actor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What could have
Mm-hmm.
been? You know,
Mm-hmm.
a
I'm gonna
little bit
ask you. Since you asked me a question, who do you
what up,
got winning the Super Bowl and why?
the Raiders. Oh, you talking about this one?
This one. From a
Oh, okay.
non-biased, if you just look at paper-wise and the scenario, who's winning and why?
I'm glad you asked. I have that ready too. So who wins? Okay, so I'm gonna give you this too. I'm gonna give you these two. So in order for SF to win, this game must be physical. I think you guys, if this game is allowed to just be played physical, you guys got this. But if the referees get involved, I give the advantage to KC because they're gonna. If you give Mahomes a second chance, he'll get you every time. You know what I mean? But if the referees let you guys just play it out, you guys should get this.
But and who this? I
But
mean,
but but
this
but but
America,
but
man.
but but but
Who don't want to see Taylor Swift kissing Travis Kelsey when the balloons and
never,
fireworks going down?
never. That makes me sick.
Oh yeah, of
Uh
course. But I'm just saying for America, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, see I see that's how everybody's been talking about this thing is rigged and everything like that. Like who I really think wins, I see 35-31 KC, right? I see and I blame it on your kicker. This is just kind of I say the kicker misses two crazy kicks and he comes back and he gets the game winning touchdown. What I want to happen though is 41-24 SF. I want them to get smashed. I don't want it to be close. I don't want it because it's like
You want to establish dominance early.
yes, and keep on and keep your foot on his neck. Because last time you guys played him, you let him off the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I need to see that San Francisco defense that played against Philadelphia that said, "Nah, y'all not the best
yeah,
in the league."
yeah. And the thing about it, if Purdy hadn't got hurt, who knows what would happen? You know what I mean? Like, because that changed everything. Then nothing got done. And for him to come back, because I was saying he should be comeback player of the year. You know what I mean? Because he came. I mean, from where he got drafted to what happened to him last year, and to
Hmm.
how quickly, because I thought he was gonna be out and all that stuff. Somebody was gonna take his spot until he was ready. That boy came back and said, "Nah, this shit mine." So so I really think this is a good matchup. I want to see. I think it's really gonna be down to the wire. I mean, I think
I
it's
don't
gonna be.
want to be down so
No,
wild.
I
I'm
mean,
like you. I want
not
it to
down to the
be.
wire. I think it's gonna be like whoever doesn't score, the other team is just gonna. It's you got to keep scoring. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be one of them back and forth, and
What I
it's like
don't.
who.
What happens is for us, Cal has the ability to in these big moments.
Mhm,
Um, he has the ability to give them everything early. All the trick plays, all the reverses, everything comes in the first half, and in the second half we get stagnant
mhm,
because he didn't gave us the whole play sheet within that first half. So what we did against Detroit, because everyone talks about how good Detroit was, it wasn't that Detroit was good. A, we couldn't stop the run, like I said earlier, and B, Kyle was playing like with boxing. He was
mhm,
jabbing. He wasn't. He was trying to just fill Detroit out. Now,
mhm.
should we have went down 17? Most teams should have lost that game. Most teams.
Yeah.
Detroit, Dan Campbell failed. He failed, but that's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. Um, I need Kyle to reserve a lot of them breakaway plays, the McCaffrey screens, and all that. You reserve that for the second half. We can't do this too early, but I need a physical defensive game early. We need to put pressure on Mahomes. All them, Mahomes want to do backflips and throw it behind his back and all that. We need to shut that down early, because once not McCaffrey, I'm sorry, Mahomes, yeah, Mahomes. Once Mahomes realizes that he ain't got that ability, because he's gonna try to force feed Travis Kelsey, force feed him. We
We
can
got
stop that. It's good.
a real quick question from Tony, who is our guy's favorite Niners quarterback.
Mine,
Yeah.
Steve Young.
Hey, I guess I was like either Steve Young or Cap.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, salute to Cap, man. That's another scenario we can talk about later. But
Yeah.
everyone says Joe Montana, and the only reason why I need to let you guys know, the only reason why I don't say Joe Montana, I wasn't privy to his greatness. I was young, so all my film had to come, all my footage had to come from YouTube and NFL Network. So I didn't. I was
Hmm.
too young to see Joe Montana's heydays. Um, I watched Steve Young, Jeff Garcia.
I was
You know
about
what
to
I
say
mean?
Jeff Garcia. What's his name? Elvis Gerback.
Yeah. So like I said, I always tell people the greatest Niner quarterback in history is Joe Montana, but I was just a fan of Steve Young because I was old enough to understand Steve Young when he was doing his thing.
Oh, lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, he the reason why a lot of us want to be number 8.
I'll never forget that game against Minnesota where he broke and he was splitting people, spinning. I was like, that boy, that boy was getting
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's something else, man.
I'm still hurt that we chose y'all backup quarterback. We chose y'all backup quarterback because Tom wanted to come over there with us, but
Yeah.
we chose y'all backup quarterback now. You know
You
what I
talking?
mean?
You talking me? Yeah, Hemi? Oh, not Hemi.
Rice or
Ah,
Owens, Tony? I'm always gonna say Rice, but Owens is a different specimen. Owens is in my top 5 of all times. No particular order: Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, and y'all gonna hate me, Raider Nation. We talking about the eye test. We're talking about the footwork. We're talking about the hands. I gotta put AB, man. AB is probably top 5 receiver to ever play this game.
who?
AB.
Never heard of him.
See, I know
Next,
you.
next question. Hey, no, I mean AB was a hog. I mean, I like see that's the thing. I mean, he whatever happened with whatever he it is what it is.
You know
But
what happened?
I'm not gonna
It was
say
that
that the man
it was
wasn't
that
talented, dog. That dude
you know what
was.
happened? It was that ESPN analyst that y'all had.
Oh, wait. Oh, you talking about yeah? The one he called it.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We ain't trying to get
yeah,
flagged out here.
yeah, yeah,
You know the guy who was sending the emails about them other things. That yeah,
yeah,
that guy,
yeah, yeah,
that guy. What does he
yeah.
do now? He's still an
Uh,
analyst.
he's I think he babysits Derek Carr sometimes. I think
Okay, okay.
on
See, at
weekends.
that point when that analyst did all that stuff that allegedly, because I don't know, I wasn't there. So allegedly, when emails went out, Derek Carr was like, my brother, and my brother got him sent to New Orleans. You know what I mean? He chose a side, and we had to go to New Orleans and call
Yeah,
the game out here.
but I mean, how'd that work out for him?
New Orleans is that they throw. I heard they was throwing a barbecue Super Bowl party too. They got crawfish,
Oh
they
yeah, they doing it
gumbo.
big out there,
Yeah,
and then
they're gonna throw a party because they got to watch the game too.
man, we got them next year too. So
And you know the
we
best part about the Super Bowl, we get to see Usher. You know what I mean? We get to see Usher. You know what I mean?
that's crazy. Usher got hella songs too.
Usher
That's
finna
gonna
perform his whole Confessions album in one wop.
see that should be us there, man. You know what I mean?
No,
That
no,
should
it
really
should not.
be
It should
us
not.
there.
It should not. I don't trust none of you Negroes on no Super Bowl stage. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Hey, imagine it's gonna be crazy. Hey, we could have Ice Cube. Hey, we might get the West Side Connection to stop the funk and get back together just for the nation. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why we can't do that. Because you will take your shirt off. We're
I,
not doing this. We're
you,
not doing
you
this on no Super Bowl
you
stage. We're
know
not
I'm gonna
taking no
take my
shirt
damn
off.
shirt off.
I'm gonna come
Hey,
out there in an all gold highlighted outfit. This some idiot ignorance. You know
and
what I
he ain't
mean?
lying. He ain't lying either, y'all.
Our partner Chris
He
is gonna
dead
come out
serious.
there looking like Pitbull with a tuxedo on. It's just not gonna work. It's not. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Oh my god,
We're
I
not
get to
performing in
see.
no Super Bowl, man. We're not doing this, man. Like we could perform at the after party at some club
Yeah.
that we wasn't invited to. We can perform there, but we're not doing no Super Bowl, man. Let's
Hey,
not.
ain't the Niners don't the Niners host it in a couple years or something like that?
Yeah, we're in Santa Clara this coming up season, New Orleans, and after that is Santa Clara.
Yeah, both of those would be sweet because that would be fun. Okay, in New Orleans, if we win in New Orleans, right?
I just want to
Then
go to New Orleans because at that time, if the dates are correct, I have to look at the date. If the
yeah.
dates are correct, we still get Mardi Gras around Super Bowl time, so it's gonna be lit in
Oh,
New Orleans.
oh yeah. See, that sounds more like Raider S right there. To win, you know what I'm saying? Go out there, Mardi Gras. DC can see what championship football looks like. You know what I mean?
Who?
Yeah, that's right. Never heard of him. Next
DC
question.
said my brother to the NFL analyst that was saying racist. I mean, we're not gonna talk
Shit,
about
man.
what LSU did.
Hey. Well, I mean, he's from South. He's from he's from the sticks. He's he has a little twang in his talk.
It could be work. I mean, I'll see. We say this for another podcast because I was gonna throw some Diddy stuff up. We're gonna leave this alone. We're just gonna leave it all alone today. We talking sports today.
Yeah. Well, see, AB has left a terrible taste in the nations. You know what I mean? So it's like, because that was crazy. If you imagine what would have been, but then he melted down with Brady and them. So I mean, imagine what he was gonna do over here. See, it wasn't just us. See, he took his clothes off. He see AB take his shirt off too. Take his jersey off. Well, up there. Oh
AB gonna
damn.
get them. AB would have got there and performed his song live with no edits.
Yeah.
Talking about put that man, it would have been
Yeah.
ugly out there.
Yeah.
AB
And
would have
see,
came out there with a wood stick black him out
yeah.
on
See
stage.
if they had knew he was if AB was racist, they wouldn't have had that because we very diverse, man. We hire all people of all colors, all backgrounds.
This is
You
why
know.
AP is the greatest guy for your job. He's gonna give you AP for us. I want to let y'all know. This is Black History Month. You know what I mean, for people who care. So you know what I mean. AP was a great candidate for this. You know what I mean. He gonna bring that firm. You know what I mean. Like I said, that I told you every time I get on here, I tell y'all AP was a great pick. Like I was happy. You know what I mean. Me being a Niner fan, I was happy to see AP. You know, what I mean, hey, he's a brother. He's a brother. You know what I mean. And
Yeah,
B, he just. I
brother.
mean, got all that. He's a great ass coach. He's a good
Yeah,
ass coach on every level.
yeah, and he's and the thing is, a lot of people say he's Fraser's first time really being NFL head coach, but I think every team just needs the right things around you because we had the so-called guru with McDaniels, and it's just no one respected. It's like it's just I don't know. It just didn't work
Two,
out.
two, 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 two things I'm gonna say before I get off here because I do have
Hmm.
some errands to run.
Yes,
First
sir.
thing I'm gonna say is I didn't care if AP was a first year coach or a 15-year coach. The players bought in.
Mm-hmm.
They believed. And two, and I laugh at this because I know you're going to enjoy it when I say this. I just like how you had like six coaching jobs that was open, and
Hmm.
nobody wanted Belichick. That just felt good. That felt good.
Yeah. Or
Ego.
or or McDaniels. I didn't hear. I heard one interview for McDaniels. I think it was with the Patriots.
I think Belichick should go coach Alabama or something. Like he should just go on ahead and go back to college. And a lot of it is ego. Like you don't want the guy that comes in and wants to be the president, the coach, the cheerleader coach, the hire and fire guy. That's too much, man. That's way too much. And Belichick, you said you didn't need Tom. Tom didn't need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all with all due respect, you know what I mean. This conversation might happen, you know what I mean, with me coaching and me how far I want to get. I might end up running into Belichick one day, and I'm gonna tell him the same thing, man. Like pride is the death of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Pride is 100% the death, and that's what the issue was. Pride.
Yeah. It's becoming a new game. It's new. They're new faces. These old coaches are fading out. You know what I mean? It's about that time. Like it's a new game.
No, 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 no. Because I'm finna hop off this. We doing a pre Super Bowl show. You know what I mean?
Oh
Next.
yeah, for sure. I'll
We
send you a
doing it
link
Saturday or
too.
Sunday. We can do the pre Super Bowl. I want to get it.
Oh
You know, we can get a couple more folks in here. You know what I mean? To hop on, and we can have that conversation. Real pre Super Bowl show.
yeah,
So
we
you can
could do
tell me
that.
I'm free all next week, Sunday. You know, Sunday Super Bowl. So you know what I mean. But if you want to do a Saturday, whatever you want to do, we can just do it. We'll put it together this week.
Yeah, Saturday should be a go. I was gonna say Saturday, or we could do like an early pregame
I'll say
Sunday.
early Sunday. Get up early Sunday. Do it. Do something.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Let me sleep in on Saturday for a change.
Hey man, I like to sleep in sometimes. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you know what I mean. Once again, I appreciate coming on here. It's always fun to me.
Yeah, appreciate
Uh,
having you, brother.
yeah, because of, you know pre Super Bowl show. Because if we don't win the Super Bowl, I'm not coming ever back coming up here. It's over.
Yeah.
It's
Oh no,
over.
no, no. Hey. Next
Over if we
Sunday
don't win the
after
Super Bowl.
after the Super Bowl, we need you on the podcast, man, just to talk.
Are we doing
Because
we doing an after
hey,
party? Are we doing a
yeah,
Super Bowl after party
yeah,
on
because Raider fans, we want to be able to come and be like, damn, Vic. So what happened?
Oh,
And
so
then
you
we
already predicted. You didn't
and
throw.
then and then we get to hear the
You didn't throw.
wah, wah, wah. No, no. But like I said, I wish you guys well because I'd rather see you guys celebrating than to see Travis and Taylor all damn day. You know what I'm saying? Kissing and hugging and the celebration. I don't want to see that. So I'd rather because y'all got to come back to the Bay. And you know what I'm saying? Even though I would love to see you guys come back with sad faces, I would rather see you guys win it than them. You know what I mean? Because I know at the end of the day, in all reality, somebody's going to win, someone's going to lose. To pick my poison, I would pick you guys to win because I would rather see them sad. I would love to see you both sad, but I would rather see them sad, I guess, if I had to only choose one. How about
No,
that?
that's real.
Is
Hey
that
man,
fair
yeah.
enough?
Hey, salute to James, man. Salute to Tony. You know what I mean. Salute to the show, man. This I've been watching this grow, man. It's been growing and growing and growing, and the interactions is a lot more fun. And hey, man, we're gonna have to get both James and Tony on this show, so I can get the face, just put the face with the with the comments. You know what I mean? We go back and forth with it.
Let me see. Hey, Furpo wants to send you, a little message.
I
Um,
definitely seen that. I'm just ignoring it. I'm just ignoring all this right now.
I
You
love
know,
my
actually,
people,
my
man.
Wi-Fi
Like,
finna the Wi-Fi finna go out. I didn't pay the bill. The Wi-Fi finna go out, and
hey,
like I said, let's set up this week where we figure out how we want
yeah,
to do this
yeah,
pre Super Bowl show, and I have my Niner jersey and all that on. You throwing your
yeah,
Raiders stuff, we get
yeah.
it real popping, and Holly, make sure you get her my link and all that. We can go from there.
I definitely will. Definitely will.
Man, I
Uh,
appreciate y'all, man. I'm out of here though,
appreciate you. Thanks for coming, my bro.
for sure, for sure.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. So, guys, we will get into what I just had a little bit like basically of kind of what we do because I know. Well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. I don't know what we're gonna do because it's always something crazy. But like I was saying, do we stay with Aiden? Do we add pieces around him? The line, some more wide receivers. Since we do have Cliff Kingsbury, it's going to be more of a spread, and from what I hear, so that means we're going to add some more wide receivers. We're going to add another tight end or two, hopefully two. Wouldn't have to trade up. That's the benefits. We wouldn't have to trade up. We could spend 13 on a legit weapon, being a star wide receiver, a pass catching tight end, someone that can spread the field. It would if we give him a full season. All right, my boy football. If we give him a full season and make the decision, then he will learn from his rookie. Then I think he will learn from his rookie year. So, like I said, these are just the options. This is not. I'm looking at the positives in these options. Kind of weighing both sides. Um, because at the end of the day, I don't think Aiden was that bad. I'm not saying he was the best. He was, great, but I don't think I think the kid has potential, and he didn't get a full season. And I believe with a full season, he would have got us to the playoffs because I believe he would have got a couple more wins, and we only needed a few more wins. But like I said, I understand his limitations and his mobility, issues. But like I said, what would it take? What would Aiden need to be to succeed? Would a better line help or more weapons? Since the season is over, we can evaluate our team with a clear view. Because in the heat of the moment of trying to make the playoffs, and every move we make, every loss is crucial. Every bad decision that we make, every interception, it just it's magnified, and we get so, how do you say, crazed with just us winning and get this guy out of here, he's trash. It's like it's just the heat of battle. It's intense. But when the season's over, you can kind of take a breath and think, I guess, more rational, a little bit more rational. But I want to see just a full season. DC got 9 years, so I think the kid does deserve a chance, just one season. Now, I'm not saying that we don't draft a quarterback, but I say, well, I'm going to give the other side of it too, but I feel I would love just to add the pieces around and stop. I don't, the quarterback, we've been focused on getting a quarterback for a few years now. And I want us to finally get our guy. Now, Aiden, I don't think is that bad. At worst case, number two. But we definitely, with Kingsbury's system, I see him getting a mobile quarterback. So that would put Aiden at number two. But knowing our team, I'm prepared for multiple draft day scenarios. I'm even prepared for crazy free agent QB signing, because then that would be a whole nother draft, because all we would do is add pieces around to complement that, whoever that quarterback would be. Hopefully this is the year, though, we lock in on a legit franchise guy. Then we can finally build towards our QB strengths. Now, one of the other options, do we give it all up for Caleb? Or even if it's not Caleb, you could just put Jaden Daniels in this situation too, or who knows, Drake May, whatever they decide to do. Because I feel like out of those three, if you're gonna trade up, it has to be one of those three. And if but if he is truly the guy, then I say we get him. Like, and I when I say the guy, I mean, because they were kind of trying to compare him to Mahomes and all this kind of stuff. But if he is legitimately that type, if the hype is really not hype and it is real, go get him. Go get him. Because I mean, why not go get him? Because if he is that guy, go get him. But if he's not, if he's just a guy, don't risk it. What I would give, because I don't believe in giving the first round, first and second next year, and no. I say, since we don't draft too well with our first picks anyway, And so that way we'll at least have our second, third, all those picks too. And I'm okay with us giving, because if it's legitly our guy and he can do all the things, he can run, he can make all the throws, then I'm okay with that. If we give 3 first round picks, 24th pick, 25th, I mean, sorry, 24th, the 25th, and excuse me, 2024, 2025, and 2026. That way we can still use our other draft picks and not be crippled by giving up too much. Because, that is giving up a lot. That's still a lot. But at least it's one pick. And I mean, knowing that we haven't done the best on our draft picks in the first place, at least this one we would get something back. Now, like I said, I would love to stay where we're at. I'd rather trade back than trade up. That's just me because I want more picks. I want to be able to do more. Al's Ghost, salute. Al's Ghost too. I still got your prize, bro. You won on one of the drawings like almost a couple months ago. But yeah, you won a piece of memorabilia. So hit me on IG, Freeze23J, JAE. Yep. So yeah, I'd rather trade back, like I said, for more picks. I always want more picks because that's more players that can help our team, and it's for cheap. So, but we need more weapons because I rather why just have 7 when you can have 9, or because we had a lot of picks this year, and we ended up pretty much almost getting half our picks. I think we ended up with either 7 or 8. I want to say 8 or for sure, brother. 7. I forgot. I got to look back at it, but we ended up trading up so we would give an extra pick to and I feel like we could have did a lot with that, man. I feel like we could have did a lot of a lot more damage in the draft because there's a lot of players that we missed out on that are doing well on other teams. Like that's where we could have got all these different offensive weapons and speed guys, but we retch for who we retch for. But see, that's the thing. I don't like reaching. I'd rather you let it, because I won't pass up a good deal. If they offer, say, like first next year, their first and maybe like a second. Oh, I'm taking that because we need that because that's capital for next. It's to keep improving our team. We need to keep gaining advantage capital. We want these picks because players might want to trade up and get these picks. And we know how outrageous these deals could be. You know what I mean? And anything to help our team, we're about that. I mean, I don't feel we should cripple our team. Even though we're in Vegas, we shouldn't take terrible gambles. Let me see. I think I agree. Yeah. No on giving up the farm. Up number 1 this year, next year, this year's second, and next year's, and probably, and yeah, like I agree. Like I feel because what we're gonna do is we're gonna give up so much that we can never keep up with these other teams that are making pretty much better decisions. I think for the most part, I think we've been doing a better job like the last couple years more than we have in the past. Our drafts are, I think, getting better. This one was kind of a little bit sus, a little bit kind of half and half, but for the most part, I think and we'll have to see how Tyree does. We'll have to see how Byron, if I'm saying it wrong, excuse me, Byron or Brian Young works out. I like Trey Tucker. I like Mayer. We'll see how Nesta J does. There's a lot of things that we can possibly see go right, but it starts with the draft. But like I said, I don't want to give up. Like I said, I'd rather trade back, but I'm just prepared. Like I said earlier, I'm prepared for it all, man. I've seen it all in our Raider drafting. I've seen it all, and then most of them were head scratchers. Like, wait, what? From what I've seen of so he knows how to draft the actual talent. The guys get injured. That's really not on him, but I like that he takes the swing. For our team, really, it's not going to take a lot. I think it's he really has an easy job with us because we already pretty much have a team that could compete. Because when we were losing games earlier, and the team that we had with McDaniels was the same team that AP had, and it was just getting the right players on the field, not playing the people that contracts made you have to play. It's that you're putting the people that are the best at that position and give you the best opportunity to be successful. Like I think he'll do a good job. I think he'll get our franchise quarterback because everywhere he's went, he's got the guy. And most of the time, that guy was a starter for years. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I like that they kept Champ though. I know that for sure. I like that they kept Champ and that he's gonna be pretty much working together with him. So it's two heads are always better than one. And hopefully in this case, the Gruden and what's his name didn't kind of work too well. But it can't be. I mean, actually, I know we give Gruden a lot of flack for his drafting and his decisions, but like the Nate Hobbs, the Meeks, uh, the Max Crosby's, like those were players that were brought and still play. Like I want to say, I might be wrong, but Keyshawn Nixon that plays for the Green Bay, I swear that was one of Gruden's picks too, if I'm not mistaken. And he's a balling kick returner, pretty decent, DB, but he's a beast in the kicking game. So it's like Gruden knows talent. It's just I don't know. It's He knows talent. It's just I think it takes a little bit too long to develop, but eventually it develops. It sucks on so many levels being a Raider fan. We suck. Yeah, our draft sucks. Round the road, ring around the rosy. Head coach and GMs, players, and especially trying to buy jerseys. The players either suck or end up not being on the team. Yeah, that's why. Like, I had the JJ. I got the JJ jersey, and this could be his last year. You never know. But yeah, it's been frustrating. But I know we keep saying this, and like it's the Raider in us, but we are getting better. I know it should be a lot sooner than it is, but we are getting better, guys. Like I 100% have faith in that, and I'm not capping. This is real. I really do feel we're headed in the right direction because I expected Mark to do something silly and go outside the box. I'm not the Harbaugh thing. I'm, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they respond to that because the Chargers, we have to be able to beat the Chargers. That is going to be, it's going to be interesting how those matchups go now with the different, with Harbaugh over there. But KC is still our top competition, and we have to be able to, like I said, knock out LAC and Denver, and just it should just be us and KC as the top dogs in that division, and we can we can plug this team if we don't kill ourselves with the draft. I mean, I it's pricey. It's pricey. It's pricey. But like I said, I wouldn't do the first and second thing. I would just give them 3 first. That way we still got our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, to still build our team. Where it's just like we're desperate, just trying to put together just a ghost squad or skeleton team. Yeah. Yeah, we are turning around. Like I know we've been through some rough years, y'all, but this is the most confidence I've had in our squad since that 2016 team, because it's we have the pieces. It's just they weren't being used in the right way. And you see, once we got rid of McDaniels, things started to change. And we got the same guy that made this thing click, and he did it with not even a full season. So let's give them all one more season. I mean, we've been through it all, and then even after we give them one more season, we rock it next year too, and the year after that, and the year after that. So it's gonna happen, and it sucks. This Super Bowl is crazy because but hopefully this lights a fire under our ass. It lights a fire under our ass that this never happens again. That if anybody's going to be playing a Super Bowl in our house, it's going to be us. And then we got 2 years the Niners play, or the Niners host the Super Bowl. So let's bring the Raiders back to the Bay Area and play in that Super Bowl. Or let's go to New Orleans next year and win in front of DC's new home. You know what I mean? If there's see that's I'm motivated already for the next two Super Bowls. That's all it took for me. You know what I mean? Because that's is two DC went over there to try to get a better shot to win a Super Bowl. And that would be just so funny if we won a Super Bowl in his house. Just it's just how ironic things can go, you know? And then to for say the Niners do win in ours, and then we go win in theirs, you know? I'll take it. It's just I mean, that would be a crazy backstory. I believe, laughing my ass off. I believe also and always, because I'm a Raider till I die. But we've been saying next year, next year, next year, and we're getting better on all levels, turning it around every year. Yeah, I feel you, brother. Like I do. I really do. I honestly do. But we are legitimately getting better. You know, I know, I say that too, and we don't have a quarterback, but I feel like it's coming. We're gonna get our guy. You know, because I mean, once we do, that's the thing. I can't wait till we do because then we can start using these draft picks on other things and stop chasing the same thing. Like, how many DTs have we drafted in the last 3 years and not found a one? And we end up getting just in free agency, you know? So we have to draft better. And I hope we solidify this line, this O line in free agency. Oh, I wish so. I don't know. I just want I want us to get it all together too, James. I really do. We have a mobile quarterback that backed up Lamar. I think his name is Brown. Hopefully can be a factor. Yeah, so I think with Kingsbury coming, he's probably gonna lean on him a little bit more and try to see what he can do. And that's kind of clutch that they picked up somebody in the offseason. I like when they sign those reserves and stuff like that, those reserve future contracts. Yeah, so we do have at least one mobile guy on this roster. And hopefully he could pick up this offense and shoot, you never know. We might. And like I said, that would save us because I'm all about saving these picks and using these picks for just to keep stacking this team, keep stacking this defense, give us some weapons. Stack the defense, give us more weapons. Speed, speed, speed. Get us speed. You know what Al Davis would say. Speed. It's as if your enemy was sleeping in your bed, eating your food, watching your TV, and drinking your beer. Hey, but the difference is the only difference in that, and it's funny that Vic said it, the Airbnb, but they're paying. You know what I mean? It's like they both are not freeloading. At least they are going to pay some money. Let me see where I had something for that too. Yeah, because that's the part that sucks. Because like, if it was like the Niners versus, let me see, let me think. Niners versus, oh, okay, just say if it was Baltimore versus Niners. Of course, it would be like, oh yeah, go Baltimore. Or just say if it was, let me see, Detroit versus KC, go Detroit. It would be a lot easier. But yeah, it sucks. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep. So I said if I had to pick, both rivals, both fan bases hate us. Both are playing in our house. But by the way, thanks for the revenue. Pay us. We got to keep the stadium looking nice. So at least they're not freeloading. They are, they're gonna pay. Hopefully they raise the prices on all they ass too. They double up everything, make them pay. And like I said, I get joy that one of them will be heartbroken because only one can win. Only one can win. So one's going to be crying, and unfortunately, one's going to be smiling. So I really do hope that it is Mahomes that's crying. I don't want to. Oh, that was another reason. I forgot. That was another big reason why I said that. I do not want Jackson Mahomes disrespecting our stadium. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the biggest things. Like however I feel about both teams, I don't want that to happen because that's gonna put you know, that will put a dark cloud around that boy. We'll just say that. But yeah, I do not want that to happen. And yeah, we got to do our job. That just made me mad too, just thinking about that. So yeah, yep. I definitely wanted Detroit versus Baltimore. Detroit versus Baltimore because I that would meant that nobody gets it. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So we need that. We need that. Because got to pay for that beautiful stadium there. Yep. So that's cool. We got some action. Can't wait to host the other one. Hopefully we can the next time we can actually play in ours. But we got to start doing our job though. That's the thing. We have the opportunities, just like every one of the 32 teams or every other 31 teams. We have to do our job. We have to be consistent and building this team. Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I feel like Jimmy G is gonna. I mean, sir, Jimmy G. Jimmy G is gone, so Purdy can definitely scramble. He can he's good when the play breaks down. You know what I mean? He can extend plays. They have weapons, but that's what I said about Detroit too. Even though Goff's not like really mobile like that, but he could. I thought they had more weapons, but it just didn't work out. And there was a lot of controversy in those games too, but we won't get into all of that. Let me see. Yep, want KFC, want KFC to lose, but here in California, it's gonna be hell even more than it is. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I think they really think we're spoiled out here in California. Like, and they're like, you know what? That's why they let all these other teams, get these chips. But we need it more than KC needs it, man. We need it more than KC. We have to put a stop to KC. We have to, because that's the thing. That's KC is our bar. We want to be able to get and it's kind of happening because that contract that Mahomes is under, it's crippling them. But they are stacking their defense. That's one thing they're doing is drafting good defensive pieces and they're adding weapons because they know that pretty much if the defense can get Mahomes the ball, they have a good opportunity. So that's a smart strategy. And they're like, okay, we're gonna get rid of Tyreek, but we're gonna get you a couple weapons, but we're gonna get you 3-for-1s. Like we got rid of Tyreek, and we'll get you these, little 1 year, 2 year quarter, little wide receivers that can do the job and get the ball at least downfield and allow Mahomes to just slow play these drives. And if he's the last one with the ball, it's almost guaranteed that he's going to score. You know, he's just been that clutch, man. Oh man. And see, Tony, for you, I hope they do not win because I know you got to hear that. You got to hear all that ish too. And that's like kind of like I'm out here in San Francisco, so I got to hear it too. But I work with some good people that just happen to be 49er fans out here too. So not all of them are bad people. But there are some cool people that I would like to see happy if their team does pull it off. Because like I said, I'd rather see them happy than KC and all them happy. So they are our division rival, and that's enough for me. Yep, it's Twan. What's good, family? Let me see. Let me get to the let's see. Yep, last time KC faced SF, they were Mahomes. What do you? Oh damn, I forgot to ask him this one. What did you guys learn? Because you guys have the defense to get to Mahomes. Yeah, because like I feel like Fred Warner was there, Bosa was there, and they remember what that loss tasted like when they had him, and they let him off the hook. Let me see. For what Niners will have 5, 6, 7 rings? Yeah, yeah, we'll blow if the Niners win. KFC is just on the internet. And our division, some Niner fans are cool, but fans only come out when they win here. Yeah. Yeah, it's been like that, like since the moves and all that. Like I say, even for the Warriors, there's been some, like all of a sudden, because I remember some bad Warrior times, and I was a fan then, I was a fan when they were winning, and I'm a fan now that they're struggling. You know what I mean? It's part of the process. Like that's why it's gonna be so sweet when the Raiders win a Super Bowl, because just to be down for this team, to not jump ship, to just keep believing, and just we're not as bad as we've been in the past. Like I know it looked like shit these last 2 years, but it's really not as bad as it's really been. Like I've seen some tough times. I've seen some hard Raider times, but we have the potential. We have the weapons. We just need to add certain things. I really feel like it's the line. If we fix this line, add just a couple, add another wide receiver, another tight end. That's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you. I wanted to so talking about drafting legs, drafting fresh legs, drafting fresh. Yeah, there we go. So drafting new legs, running backs and wide receivers. No matter if we do, because how I see it, I see Bolden being gone. I don't know if Abdullah's gonna stay, but say if it is Zamir White, excuse me, guys. If it was Zamir White, and say we do keep JJ, we're gonna need another running back. So let's draft a young guy, some fresh legs, another wide receiver, speed. There's some good ones. Like I said, I keep repeating this, but I like Jalen Polk. I like Franklin. There's another one I like too. Oh, I just can't think of can't think of his name right now. But Franklin, I like too. Speed guy. I want to keep him away from KC. I've seen a lot of mock drafts and stuff have him going that way, but I would like to snatch him up because if we do keep our quarterback situation, or we do get a free agent quarterback, before the draft and all that kind of stuff, then I would definitely snatch up a game changer. Yep. Shout to the Just Win Baby podcast, Raider Ben. They were talking about the tight end play or lack of. Shout, yep. Shout to Raider Ben. Um, yeah, we were talking about the tight end sets and the lack of production. So I think that's why Gruden loved those three tight end sets. You still have weapons to catch the ball, and then you also got help in the running game and pass blocking. It felt like we rarely went to our tight ends. We like, excuse me. Ooh. It felt like we rarely went our tight ends way all season. And in all of my years of watching Raider ball, this is the least we have leaned on tight ends. We need to add another pass catching tight end. Most successful teams have at least three. Now, how so if anyone remembers Zach Miller, of course we remember Waller, like all these tight ends that used to Cook, like it's game changers for us. Like we sometimes went to our tight ends more than we went to our receivers. But this year, it feels like maybe if you're lucky, you heard the tight end's name twice a game. And I'm being generous because I mean it really feels like every third game you would see, oh, there's a catch from the tight end. You know what I mean? It just felt like we weren't using our tight ends at all. They were too busy, like Ben was talking about. They were too busy in their blocking, an extra lineman, and it was like you barely seen them out there. And it's just strictly Devontae, Jacoby, and then all you got to do is just double both, and then no one's getting the ball. It's check down. So that's got to change. I don't know why the hell we went against. And that's the thing. When we had McDaniels, we were thinking, oh yeah, McDaniels and tight ends, man. He had Gronk and Hernandez. So and it was like we rarely heard our tight ends names. So I just feel we need to add some more. I think Fotheringham. I feel Fotheringham got more catches all year than, like, what's his name? Not Mayer, but the Austin Hooper. Yeah, it just felt like he had more uh, catches than him all year, and we need that because, yeah, man, Furpo, Zach Miller was one of my favorites. Man, I hated when Seattle, we let him go to Seattle. That sucked. Yeah, Zach Miller was the dude, man. Cause like we went to Zach Miller legitimately, like he was a wide receiver. Like that was part of our offense. Yeah, and I hated that we gave him up to Seattle. But yeah, it is what it is. Yep. So drafting new legs. We talked about the tight end situation. Yep. We gotta add pieces. Gotta add weapons. Because that's what I'm saying. We can't keep drafting DTs, the DTs, DT, and it's like they're not becoming that guy. So it's like we're gonna just keep drafting DTs. We'll have a hell of DTs and then nobody else. Yeah. So like I want us to see the thing about the draft is like how teams usually get better is like a 3-year system. By the third year, they should be better because you have the first year developed, either selected or developed your quarterback. Once you get the quarterback, okay, now we build a line around him. We give him weapons. Okay, we solidify the defense. We make it easier, and then by that time, you have him weapons. You have the defense built, and it's like if you take care the quarterback situation, the line, the receivers. Okay, you make sure he has a running game to make sure that it keeps the pressure off him. They'll have to respect the run, and it'll open up play action. And if he's mobile, he can extend plays. Keep the defense fresh. Keep the defense off the field. Keep their defense on the field. Keep them wore out. Stick it to them. I want to see. I don't know. It's just a process, and it feels like we've been stuck in the mud of pretty much not being able to move forward. I want us to get DBs. I want us to get 2 lockdown DBs. We're building. We're almost there. We got our slot guy. We got a legitimate DB in Jack Jones from what it looks like. So we need to add that other guy for the other side. Because all teams are going to do is if you're weak on one side, they're just going to attack that side. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you prove yourself until you stop it. So we need to get somebody, and I feel like we could really better this team if we get one of each. So we get, a DB, we get a wide receiver, we get a running back, we get I guess one more safety would be cool too. The tackle and all that, I really hope we get that in free agency because I'm in win mode now. Win now, win now. Like we don't have time to really develop, especially at that position because it's just going to be just a rerun of this year and last year. So we need to be dominant. Like I talk about, we need to be dominant from the beginning. From the first 5 games, we should be 4-1. We should always get off to good starts, man. Like we gotta learn to finish, win, to be. I want to remember that old school Belichick team. What was that? 06 or when they had Randy Moss and all that, where they were just putting up. They were Belichick and like I forgot what they were like. Damn, I forgot the running up the score when they were just running up the score on people. That's the type of team that we need. Of course, everybody wants that kind of team, but that's the type, like, no mercy, there's no, no, we don't care if you tapping out. We just gonna keep putting it to you, and that's what we need. We need that just confidence, that dominance. So That's the one thing I think. It sucks that we'd have to give up all that trade that draft capital, but maybe we don't. Maybe we can find that in Jaden Daniels, which will be a lot less. And like I said, we'll see how the draft goes, and we don't even know if, like I said, free agency comes before the draft. So who knows what these teams are gonna do? Because look how that worked out for Carolina. Not too well, right? Getting the number one QB didn't work out too well for them. So it's not always a guarantee. Um, so let's see what Chicago does if they stay put with Fields. Because, Fields is coming off, I think, I don't know if it was a broken hand, but there was an issue with his hand. And so he was out for a while because remember they had Bajent starting for a while. But yeah, so that's something to think about too with Fields. He's coming off injury, so if anything, he should be a little bit cheaper if we do go that route or whatever. I'm just exercising all options that we're talking about because, like I said, if you've been a Raider fan for as long as I have, right, you've seen it literally all. You can see it. Whatever you think is going to happen doesn't happen. So let me see. Yeah. Who do you guys think MVP should be? I think it's, I want to say Purdy. I've seen Lamar Jackson. I feel like I seen Dak Prescott or something like that. Something crazy. But yeah, just, I don't know. I think if I had to pick, I'm going to say either Lamar, because I think Lamar had a good regular season, but then it got a little funny in the playoffs. But yeah, but I don't know. It'll probably be either Lamar or CMC. But like being that MVP is more like the regular season award, they might give it to Lamar, and then CMC and them might win the Super Bowl, so they're gonna probably wait till then. Yeah, yeah. You think Purdy? I could see that too. I could see that too. I hope Lamar gets it really, because if Purdy gets the MVP, then that means I think KC's gonna take it. Yeah. So we got the Pro Bowl. I don't know if that even matters. If is that even a real thing? So the Pro Bowl is anybody watching? Probably not. If I'm bored, maybe it's just not the same. They lost me with the flag football. It's because it was cool. You get to see the best of the best and stuff like that. Just if it's real competition, but nobody wants to get hurt. It's like it's the end of the season. They're just trying to make it to that contract next year. So it's like it's supposed to be for the fans, but it's really a protected game now. So you know I could go outside and go to the park and have one of those. You know, so yep, I might watch. Just to I guess say I did and just kind of look. See see if there's any news that comes out or whatever during the game. But guys, you guys have been with me for almost a couple hours. I appreciate having you guys. Appreciate Coach Vic. Shout out to all the Raider content creators, man. Like I've enjoyed the content this week. It's always cool hearing different views because there's so many ways that this team could get better. Like I said, if it was up to me, I would trade back. I would trade if somebody from like within 5 picks wants to trade up to our spot. I would definitely trade back and gain, especially if the deal is sweet. Oh my goodness, yes, because we need more. We can do a lot more with more. Yeah, and see that I knew that the Pro Bowl was trash too when Max doesn't know how to give half effort, so he's doing going around people beasting, and people are like, damn boy, slow down, but that boy he ain't got no brakes. I mean, Max go. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess just to see some football, I might just watch. But I'm gonna be getting ready to, for the Super Bowl. It sucks too because, well, we know why. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's in our house, so I'm gonna cover it till it's over. And you know, let it be a good game. Let it be I want it to be a shootout. I want to see some back and forth. You know, but yeah, I guess if I had to pick, you know, it is what it is. But let the chips fall how they fall. So Raiders win the next Super Bowl and the next Super Bowl. That would be so sweet. Wouldn't that be sweet if we got it together? Say we did find our quarterback and it just clicked. Bam, we got there. We made it to the playoffs, and it's just all it's a new season after that. And what if we win in New Orleans? We win in Santa Clara. Call it good, man. I'll be a happy camper. I know it seems like it's far fetched, but no, it can happen. I remember when I wanted to watch the Pro Bowl with all the treats at one time. Yeah, it was cool, man. Like when you had like the Mosses, Tos, and all those guys. Like especially when you had well, most of them were competing in the Super Bowl, so you really didn't get to see like the Peyton and then the Brady, match or the Brady led Pro Bowl teams because they were competing for the bowl, and usually one of them was crushed right before the Super Bowl. So you know, there were some good battles like the Drew Brees and Tom Brady's, all those kind of matchups and stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers. But it seems like, the game's getting younger now. Game is definitely changing. The teams are getting younger, getting rid of those veterans, starting new with rookie quarterbacks and trying to develop teams around them. And then when that quarterback pretty much either does good or fails, then they'll replace, if he fails, they'll replace him with a free agent and pick up the pieces and try to win now. And that's kind of the mode we're in. We're trying to win now, but at the same time, we are starting to develop actually our team. And we got some DBs that are making it tough, man. Meek. Oh, I forget about Meek too. My bad. Meek. We got a Meek too. He's a free agent too, and I could see somebody. I can definitely see somebody offering him a contract. I hope he comes back. Because he was definitely. I think he did a lot better than a lot of people would have thought that he would. He made some plays. He definitely had some big moments. He had some moments this year too. So, but whatever happens, we wish him the best. Yeah, but we got Nate Hobbs, we got him, we got Jack Jones, and I think we just need one more legit. Because say if we do lose a Meek, I know we got Bennett, but Bennett was kind of getting worked, and I know it was his first year and stuff like that. But we'll see with the second year. But just in case he's not the guy, we still need to draft a guy, let them compete, and if he is the guy, he's gonna win the matchups. If he's not, then we can upgrade. Because that's all. That's what it's all about, upgrading. Because honestly, with Aiden, I know the scheme is going to determine a lot. The Kingsbury plan is going to determine, one, what type of quarterback we get. Is he? He's probably going to be mobile. That's why I don't see us. I could see us keeping him to give Kingsbury maybe like how they did with Derek Carr, giving him a full year's look to see if he can work the scheme, and if not, because honestly, I think. I think Aiden would be good in a spread scheme because he wouldn't really have to think. It's just hit the open man, because you're going to stretch teams out. You're going to force them to have to play you one-on-one. And then he's going to have to hit the open guy. And having Devontae is going to draw a lot of attention, but it's going to open it up for a lot of other wide receivers. So I think, I don't know. I like I said, I want to see Aiden get a full year. I know it feels like we don't have time for that, but I feel he's going to get better in the off season. He's going to, I think he's going to take a step up before he takes a step back. You know what I mean? And if he could do that, I think he can have us in the playoffs. Like now, how far we go in the playoffs, that's another story. But it's all about how we build this team. Because there was times where the line let him down. There was times where he let his line down. There was times where he held on to the ball, but there's times where he's got to be his own friend in situations and move around. But I get it. He's so determined to make the throw and to actually get it to the receiver, but you can't wait. Yeah, there's a time when you got to go. Whoever won the Pro Bowl was home team and Super Bowl or something like that. Yeah, I remember that. That's how. I don't know if it's still like that because it, like I said, the Pro Bowl's so crazy now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, like, it would be cheaper for us because then we can get web because there's a lot of good wide receivers in this draft. There's some DBs, there's some weak wide receivers, and I think we need two of them. I mean, that's just me. Like I said, I want to add because if we're gonna do the spread offense, we definitely need another. I say another two because Jacoby and Devontae. Yeah, that's cool. But what if one of them gets hurt? We need somebody to come in because that's the thing. Like when we don't have DBs, when we're so thin at DB, that's why we had to get Marcus Peters. And say if you lose one DB, you're right where you started at the beginning of the season. So you got to go this whole season because if there was good free agents out there, you would have already signed them, right? If there was somebody that was better, you would have tried to get them. But usually when you lose one of your best guys, you struggle. It's like you're going to have to plug in someone that's probably not ready to play a position that is very important, especially when you play against the Chargers, you play against KC, teams that like to pass, when you play against the Bills, when you play against all these teams that are double talented with the wide receiver and I mean sorry, excuse me, not wide receiver, but the quarterback that can run and pass. Yeah, and I think that's the I for me, that's the part that we are really missing. Because I think if we bulk up this line, it helps both running game and passing game. Because but like I said, if it's Aiden, he has to learn to move. And if we get like a because the Kirk Cousins thing, I don't know if anyone wants the Cousins or because I just feel like we always end up getting these injury cheap discounted QBs when we need to get a legit QB. Everyone has their QB but us. Everyone has their QB but us. Everyone's been drafting, and it's like we had the same guy for 9 years. We got a guy that was coming off injuries, off a broken foot, that just struggled. Yeah, no more glass quarterbacks. No more injury prone. Because that's the thing. When we're dealing with mobile quarterbacks, he has to be a smart mobile quarterback. Slide, 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 slide. Get down. But making, I know we say smart plays, but yeah, smart plays, but aggressive. Be aggressive. Go for it. There's so many times. Yeah, you said you mean. Yeah, no more ass or glass quarterbacks. Yeah, and it's like we've been just such a discounted. We want things cheap, and we get them cheap in the wrong position. Like you can't go cheap on quarterback because if he's cheap, that means he can't do everything you need him to do. There's limitations. So I want us to find one in the draft. Like so, a name that I heard about maybe a couple months ago, and I like his game too. That's Spencer Rattler from South Carolina. I They're saying that, well, it depends on how he does on the combine and all that kind of stuff, but he could be he could move up to maybe a late first round pick too if he has a good off season showing at the combine. But yeah, it doesn't have to be these guys because we're gonna find some sleepers. Because you see, well, he didn't turn out too good, but I was gonna say, you see how the guy from Tennessee, Levitt, how what's his? I forget his name, but how Levis kind of rose like closer to the draft, kind of rose up the board. Remember the guy Malik? Oh, the other guy from Tennessee, Malik. Uh, I forget his name too, but he ended up falling in the drafts and stuff like that. Like people thought he was going to go a lot higher. So you never know. It's gonna be crazy. The combine will show a lot because it's gonna those 40-yard dashes and all that kind of stuff. Once those start going, it's gonna shift around this board. But yeah, I would rather stay, like I said, rather stay put. I'd rather us draft, draft where we are or trade back and get more picks and build this team. Keep building this team. Keep stacking this team. Look how KC drafts, man. They draft some good edge guys. Those guys that'll put pressure on you. Good DTs. We even gave them one of our DTs that we drafted. Which is crazy, but I mean, we got a pick for it. So, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't be giving and the guys playing in the Super Bowl. That's crazy. So we shouldn't be helping our rivals at all. So we got to knock that off. And that's what I'm saying. That's a bad regime moves. But we're gonna blame that last 2 years on this regime. But we are getting better, like I said. So with that, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your Saturdays. I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys being here. Good show. Appreciate Coach Vic stopping through. And until the next one, man. You guys have a good one.